I've come down to a local old train tunnel for my first filmed spirit releasement. The reason I've come down here, I've been down here a few times, and each and every time I've definitely sensed a presence, an energetic presence, if you will, a spiritual presence, but someone's about, in the first instance, I'd really like to find out who it is, to see if they're happy to be here, why they're connected to the place, if they want to move on, because I say spirit releasement, but it's a bit of a misnomer, because what we do is we will ask this being, this person, whether or not they do want to move on. Maybe they're protecting the space, maybe they're not here all the time and they come back from time to time just to keep an eye on it. Maybe some of the emotions and feelings that they had while they were working on the place or living in the area were fond to them, or possibly traumatic, but for whatever reason there is definitely a presence here. So I thought I would come down and we'll go through the process together. And the team we have are made up of friends on the other side. There's Alex, who works from, I suppose you'd call the spirit realm, mostly aligned with people who have passed over, and he can assist me in essentially ushering or having a sense of control over the beings that come through me at any given time. Now, it's not just Alex. In many instances, Mother Mary likes to assist. Mother Mary stretches herself energetically and spiritually globally. So it's not a matter of that she's just coming through me. She is assisting, and her level of service is worldwide, spiritually, energetically, and beyond. So that may be the case today. There's certainly more to it with the team, and we can go into that on another day. But for the moment, let's go and have a look at the tunnel itself, and then we'll go through the process of spirit releasement and see who comes through. Okay, let's go and have a look. You can see it behind me there, but we'll take a closer look. So as we approach the tunnel, you can see that originally, I can see bats in there, little micro bats up the other end flitting about. You can see it's a small railway tunnel that was used by the Lays. They had one of the largest timber mills in the southern hemisphere at a certain point in Australian history, and they built this railway specifically to move timber from one point to another, down onto the coast, onto ships, and then anywhere in the world. So it was a very rich and well-to-do area as far as the timber industry was concerned. It's been closed for decades, but like I said, I come down here and even now I feel a sensation coming off the tunnel itself. It's a slight heaviness. Let's just switch this camera back. So it's a slight heaviness, there's a weight to the sensation. There's no negativity that I can feel, no malevolence, no sense of not being welcome, but there's definitely a weightiness to it, a heaviness. So let's go further down. I saw some benches down there. We'll go down and we'll get ready and we'll see who comes through. If they've got a message for us, if they want to stick around, or if they'd like to move on. All things are possible, but of course, like you would with any person who was alive, if they're in an area and you were curious, you'd certainly ask them some questions, find out what's going on for them, and whether or not they would actually like to move on, because they may not, and it's well within their right, it's well within their freedom of will that is inherent for all beings on this plane and most others, to do what they want when they want to. Sure, there may be consequences, but freedom of will is an overlying tenet for us all. So let's see how we go. Okay, we're just about to begin. I wanted to, before I go into trance, if you will, and then ask these beings to come through, I wanted to give you a quick rundown of how it works. So I go into a meditative state. I'm able to shift my consciousness slightly to the side, and internally I'll ask Alex to come through and introduce himself. Now, usually a lot of this process, when I do this for people, it's an internal process. There's no need for these beings to come through me and externally speak and discuss or talk about what they're doing and how things are happening. but I want you to be able to witness it. So today we will ask Alex to come through. Then once he's finished, he'll move aside and we'll see whether we ask the person or people, a representative of who might be here to come through, or Mother Mary might want to come through first and have a chat. We'll see how we go. Once again, it's up to them. So give me a few minutes. I'll fast forward through the part where I'm moving into trance, and then we'll go from there. I'm embodied enough to do the work. And it's strange, this embodiment also, because I've not worked with Dean whilst he's been standing up. And for me to stand up in a body after so long, so many decades without one, it's an unusual sensation. So we'll gain our balance physically, spiritually, and then we'll begin. I'll introduce myself while those things are taking place. I'm Alex. I have lived many lives. The last one was in what you would call time-wise the 1920s. I'm dressed accordingly, and that is one way Dean senses it is me, not just the energetic he's feeling, but also he'll gain in his mind's eye a sense of what I'm wearing, and with that he is able to prime himself and allow me in. And what he was saying is true as far as me being an usher of sorts, because I do indeed, in these unseen realms, my capabilities, because I have eyes that he does not, I have an awareness that he does not. I can see and sense and feel and allow those beings to come through him safely, in a protective manner for all involved, and I'm able to move through the process with him, enabling him and all beings involved to get the very most out of the experience, because that is what we are here to do, to assist, to serve, to ask what those people, those beings, what they are interested in, what's going on for them. Yes, indeed, Dean is saying off to one side, a type of counselling session in a sense. We don't go that deep, but we certainly do ask questions of what they may need and assisting them, serving them where we can. So as I said, my name is Alex. I am here as what would have been known as a control, but now I am here simply as an assistant, a facilitator, one who holds the space energetically and assists those to come through. So yes, we have beings here. They've been here for a long time. They're willing to talk, at least one is, maybe two. But first, the dear mother wishes to come through so she may introduce herself, and then we can move on from there. In all gentleness, in all sublime eternal compassion, I am present here today as the mother to all men, to all women, to all children. It was a role that I accepted from the very first whispers that physicality could be achieved on this planet, on this plane. I was asked, will you play this role? Will you be this for others? And I accepted wholeheartedly, truly, with all my being. So before I was a mother to the Christ, before that story had been told, I had decided, chosen to be a mother to all, and that's why I'm here today. You may call me Mary if you wish. You may call out to me with whatever name you choose, knowing, truly knowing, that in those times when you need me, I will be there for you. And today we are here for these people. We are merely here to ask, what is next for you? What would you like? What do you choose now? For if you need it, we are here to support, to facilitate what happens next for you. So let us do just that. They are close enough to be able to move in. At least one of them has been waiting for this opportunity for a long time. So we will hear him. It is a him. We shall hear him speak. I shall move aside and potentially come back in if necessary. I don't know what you want me to do. I'm not happy. I'm not at all, and I haven't been for years. I didn't always work here, that's the thing. And it was close to the end of this. They're asking me my name, Jack. That'll do, that's all you need to know. I don't even know why you're here. All I know is that I wasn't meant to be here. I had to come out here at the end to feed my kids. It was bloody hard work. And I got crook. And I didn't make it home. I didn't know where to go from there. I'm not always here, but I'm here a lot. It keeps me here. Yeah. Because I was angry, and I still am. And I don't know how to get out of this feeling. It's just bubbling in me all the time. Yep. And I have. Yep. I've broken things. I've broken people. Yeah, I've had enough, but what do? If I'm not feeling like this, I'm not feeling anything. And then I go back to feeling this and then feeling nothing. This is the first time I've felt anything else. Well, for as long as I can remember. And this is strange, because I can see now, and I know I'm not meant to be. I know what's happened. I know I died. I don't know how I got to stay here though, when I don't want to. But this anger, I can't do anything else. Okay, so you're here to help, you reckon? Well, I don't know how you're going to. Others have come, not often, but they were full of it. I knew they were, because they just reminded me of those blokes, one lady, but mostly those blokes from the city. They shit me, basically. They came with their promises and their soft words. I didn't want to hear that. I didn't want to know that. I didn't believe them. I didn't believe them then, and I wouldn't believe them now. The only reason I'm listening to you, because I know who you are, Mother. I know enough. I've been to enough church. I can see you and I can feel you. And to be anything else, but at least to listen, would be disrespectful. For you to come and say to me, what do you want? That's pretty important. Yeah, so thank you. Okay, yep, you want to talk to me, you got to talk to me through this bloke. Okay, rightio. Dear one, I feel how angry you are. I feel it. I can let that in too, you know. I may be the mother that loves and cares and is compassionate and nurturing. I've felt all feelings, and I feel your anger now and your confusion, and I understand it. I understand it. You can move out of it. You can do it in your own way. There'll be no forcing this day. There'll be no pushing. There'll be no shoving. It sounds to me, and I wish to know more of your story, but it sounds to me that you came here through force of some type, something outside you, some condition, some situation that forced you here. This is not why we are here today. We are here today to offer you something new. Yes, indeed, as the rain falls from the sky, dear one, to freshen this earth, we too are here merely to give you something new, something fresh, something you've not felt before, something you've not hoped for. And we will not do it instantly and in this moment, but we know you are here, we know you are receptive, and we do know, through talking with you, through listening and understanding, if you will let us, we do know ways to enable you to move on if you wish. So we will begin that journey now. We have begun. So thank you, dear man, for being open with us, for expressing what's going on for you. We can do that in our own time, at our own pace. So let us be now. I shall move off. Enough has been done for the people who wish to understand what is going on here. I shall ask dear Alex to come in to finalise, and we shall work with this man. Thank you. In love, indeed, we shall continue. Perfect. Perfect. This is what we're all about. This is what is going on. Now, I am here. Mother is here. Jack is here. Friends are here. We shall call in others if needed. We shall remove some if needed. It is being done now. It is at work. It is at play. That's what's happening. That is what we do. That is what we shall do. And with Dean, if he so wishes, we shall continue. We can do this now for ones who ask of their own accord. We can do this in the future for those who appear to us and ask the question, what is next? So believe, dear ones, there is a world unseen. There are beings, there are people, there are spirits, there are souls that are working, that are playing, that are living, that are loving, that are also frustrated and angry, that are stuck, that are confused. All of them have their purpose, all of them have their way. All of them are doing and setting about what is determined for them from the greater love, from the greater divinity, so they may serve themselves and others. You have witnessed this today. It is taking place. We shall do more of this. We shall film it, and we shall give it to you to do with what you will. If you need this in your life, ask for it, and we shall respond in love. In love. Thanks, everyone. It takes me a little bit of time to come back to myself. I feel what's going on and what's taking place around me energetically. And I want to thank you so much for being part of this experience, and I'll keep you updated on this and other experiences as we go. All the very best until next time.